Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I cannot believe that it is already February, right? I feel like 2023 just started, but yeah, I mean, we are already a month into the new year. So why not celebrate with a bunch of pickups? So, as usual, this is my monthly pickups video series. If you have never watched this before, then I do highly recommend checking out the link in the description down below where I have more of these videos out there. I am trying my best to update these to make them the best quality they can be because Lord knows when you click on a video, you don't want it to be dog water. So that's my mantra, no dog water. A lot of PS4 this month at GameStop. They were doing 4 for $40, which basically meant you could get pre-owned games if they were under $20 and get 4 of them for $40. So basically, it made all of them $10. So I got a buttload of PS4 as well as some pretty cool other titles for other systems, but a lot of PS4. Nothing crazy this month. I have 2 pickups this month that are actually kind of worthwhile, but we will get to those in just a moment. But without further ado, let's get started. So, starting off PS4, we have Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Now, if you guys don't know anything about this game, you're kind of, it's kind of a shame because this is a very good game, and it's very cool that it has a physical release. It's a Metroidvania in the Bloodstained series. That much is pretty clear. And if you've never played these before, I do highly recommend them, especially if you like Castlevania. Very inspired by Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And it's great to have a physical version of this game because, as far as I know, Limited Run did do a physical version of this game. And you know, it's pretty cool to actually get this thing, and it looks really good on PS5 just due to the fact that it's basically running in PS4 Pro mode. All right, next up, this is one that don't hate me, okay? But we got Days Gone, one of the few first-party exclusive titles for the PS4 that I didn't have. So pretty excited to have that. I mean, you know me. If it says only on or anything like that, we're going to have a good time. I've not actually played this game, so I'm a little curious to see what I think of it. A lot of people compare it to The Last of Us, so we'll have to see. But finally got my hands on Days Gone. And then next up, we have Dead Rising HD. Pretty cool that this game got a physical release. Stuff like this just doesn't really anymore. So that's pretty cool. Pretty happy about that. I played this game on 360, and it's a part of my collection. I have Dead Rising 1 and 2 on 360. And Dead Rising 3, for those of you that don't know, was actually, and still is, I believe, an Xbox One exclusive. So hopefully I can get my hands on that at some point. But yeah, I'm just excited to have this in physical format because obviously it is not backwards compatible on, because it's a PS3 game, and PS3 games don't work on the old PlayStation 5 unless you stream them. Next up, Dishonored Limited Edition. Wow, I can't believe it. Limited Edition. What's so limited about it? Nothing, because it's a pre-owned game. But it's Dishonored 2, one of my favorite games. I love Dishonored 1 and 2. I think they are absolutely phenomenal games. Apparently it has remote play. Wow, isn't that cool? And, of course, PS4 Pro Enhanced. Where's Dishonored 3? Arcane. I know you're making Redfall, or whatever it's called, but I want Dishonored 3. And Path of the Outsider, or whatever the heck, doesn't count. Next up, this one's kind of an embarrassment, a guilty, or not a, you know, a gaming sin, if you will. I've only played Dragon Age 1 and 2. And 2 being the game that it is, which I think being rather bad, I never played Inquisition. But I have heard decent things about Inquisition. Of course, you know, PS4 game, nothing too crazy. You know it's an old PS4 game when it has these little icons instead. But, yeah, I'm excited to check this one out. I love RPGs, so, like, what's the worst that can happen, right? All right, these ones are just filling out the collection, mainly for collection's sake. They were super cheap, so why not? We got Far Cry 4. I played this on 360 when it came out. I did not play it on a next-gen system at the time. And, you know, I like Far Cry a lot. 4 is more of the same, and that's kind of the theme with Far Cry, is that these games just, they're kind of all the same. And then we got Far Cry 5. Now, I heard pretty good things about Far Cry 5. A lot of people consider it the best in the series, so I'm kind of excited to check it out. The setting is pretty interesting. I'm pretty happy to have a physical version of that. And then we get some pretty cool ones. This one's a little ironic, though. We got Hellblade, Suna's Sacrifice. I love this game. This is a great game. But the sequel, as most of you know, is going to be a Series X exclusive. And I don't have a Series X. But I'm hoping to get one within the next couple of weeks. Pretty cool to have a physical version of this game. It's a great game. Play it with headphones, though. All right, next one is a really cool one because I had no idea this game got a physical release in general, and that is going to be Bithell Games' John Wick Hex. Now, this is an awesome game. I know there's some people out there that are like, oh, well, a John Wick game shouldn't be a strategy game, but I like this game a lot. I think it's super fun. I have it on PC, and to now have, as you can see, the PS4 version. Pretty cool. I like this game a lot, and it's, I mean, of course, a good time. Bithell Games, he does great stuff, dude. Okay, and next up we got the classic, and I think it was a launch title, Knack. Look, we don't get enough games like this anymore, you know? This was a game, this was part of an era where every single, you know, PS2 game, we had a lot of these kind of PS2 games, right? And that's kind of what I consider it. Adventure awaits. Like, think about this. Of course, as a giant next-gen experience on the PlayStation 4, probably not the best, especially considering apparently this game had a PS3 version in the works, but, you know, Knack, I've played it before. It's alright. I mainly got it just because of that and for the collection. I've got to keep my eyes out for Knack 2, because Lord knows. Alright, this one's pretty exciting. Speaking of BioWare, it's funny, I did not intend to have 2 BioWare games on here. We got Mass Effect Legendary Edition. The Mass Effect trilogy is kind of an annoying one to talk about online because people only want to talk about how good 1 and 2 are and that 3 sucks. 3 doesn't suck, okay? And I think, thankfully, this game has reminded people that 3 doesn't suck. Because it doesn't. It just has a bad ending. I don't know if those work or not, but this was pre-owned anyway, so who cares? It is 2 disc. I'm excited to revisit these games. It's been a while. Definitely looking forward to revisiting these. Alright, this one, here's another gaming sin. Mega Man. I have never fucked around with Mega Man before. E for everyone. I tried out Mega Man 2 for the first time. Wow. I tried out Mega Man 2 for the first time the other day. Pretty hard game. You know, a lot of people hype it up as like one of the hardest games ever. They're not wrong. I was kind of impressed, but you know, this feels like it's such an important part of gaming history that I had to grab it, right? Like I had to. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy about this. I love the cover art. I love the whole package in general. I think even when you boot the game up, it's a pleasant little time. Too bad I suck at it. All right, kind of part of my list in general, of course. The Order 1886. This game kind of sucks, but, you know, it's an important piece of Sony's history. I'm just kidding. Hey, Bloodborne's coming out soon. You should play that instead. It's way better. What else do we got? Oh, Until Dawn. Oh, wow. Foreshadowing. Wow. But yeah, this game's not very good. It's basically, I don't want to call it Sony's attempt at Gears of War, but it's basically Sony's attempt at Gears of War with, like, vampires and, I don't know. But, hey, it says only on PlayStation, so that's why I bought it. And speaking of Until Dawn, we got Until Dawn. I've never played these games before, so I'm excited to. I've heard really good things about Until Dawn. My sister, for example, who doesn't really play games, loves this game, so I'll definitely have to check it out. And of course, I think to this day, still PS4 exclusive. There's rumors out there that they're gonna be remaking it or something for PS5. I mean, they're going a little crazy with those PS5 remakes. And kind of closing things out here, we've got Wolfenstein: The New Order and Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. Only ever played Wolfenstein 1, so I'm excited to revisit it. But these, pretty good shooters from, the new, if you call them id or whatever, basically, or machine games as they are kind of known, I guess. And of course, Wolfenstein 2. Again, I've not played 2, so I'm excited to these are games I really want to play too. Evil Within, never played this. Probably should. Damn GameStop stickers are ruining everything. But yeah, it's Wolfenstein 2 and Wolfenstein 1. All right, moving on to other systems. I know usually I like to go in release order of system, but I decided not to. But we're gonna go back to doing release order. I'm still a little sick. I don't know if I mentioned it last time, but I was kind of sick. Although the last video I uploaded this channel, I was drunk. So yeah. Okay. Whatever. All right. Sniper Elite V2. Now, to my knowledge, this game actually got a remaster or such on current, PS4 and all them. But this game is so iconic. It's easily like the most memorable game in the series. So I had to pick it up. 360. Why not? I think it's even backwards compatible. So when I do get that eventual Series X, we're gonna have a good time. Okay, this is one. I mean, yeah, I'll just present it. Alice Madness Returns. This game is beloved, if you will, infamous. This is one of the biggest hidden gems from the 7th generation. And yeah, of course, pretty excited I found this one at GameStop, of all places. It was a little overpriced, but I bought it and gave my coworker some good metrics, so I had to buy it. And I mean, come on, this is a great game, and I think it's backwards compatible. All right, time to embarrass myself a little bit. So I love Call of Duty, and of course a running theme of these videos is, of course, filling out my physical collection of Call of Duty games. So what game did I never have physically before besides on the Wii U? Black Ops 2, probably my favorite Call of Duty in the series. We got Black Ops 2, and yes, I technically paid $10 for it, but Black Ops 2, easily one of the most iconic and beloved entries in the series. Oh my gosh, Nuketown, wow, Season Pass, I have all these things. This game is an icon, even still. Like, it is just so iconic, and I never had a physical version of it, and all I want to do right now is go and play some Origins, so. Alright, and speaking of physical versions of games that I love, we have kind of an embarrassing one here. Oh, wow. I didn't know this was a thing. Huh. Anyways, that's hilarious. We have Black Ops 3 on last gen. Someone brought this into GameStop. They didn't want it, and they very kindly and graciously gave it to me. This game, of course, is super infamous, especially among Call of Duty fans and Zombies fans. And that's the only reason I got it, was so I can play some zombies on here, just to kind of fuck around. Apparently, back in the day, it came with a digital download code for Black Ops 1, which I didn't even know. I just think it's hilarious. Of course, this was the last Call of Duty released on the Xbox 360. And man, what a tenure. 3 Black Ops games released on the 360. Insanity. But yeah, I don't know. Kind of excited to have this. It's going to be a fucking coaster in a couple years. Literally, like, it's just not going to fucking work. So, yeah, I don't know. But we'll see. I'm excited to give it a shot. I might do a video on it. It's just such a meme. Going in release order, of course, we have the Wii. So, what's the game I never had physically? Well, let me tell you, that is going to be... New Super Mario Brothers Wii, probably my least favorite Super Mario Brothers game, or New Super Mario Brothers game in the series. I just didn't enjoy it as much as the others, but I never had it physically. It's kind of an iconic game. I mean, you can't say no to some new soup, right? I actually think... No, actually, I don't have the DS version physically, but... Yeah. New Super Wii. Pretty excited about that. Release order, of course. We have... This one's pretty funny. This is one I've been wanting to get for a long time. So one of my main goals with PlayStation 3 at the moment is exclusives as well as launch titles. What better launch title than the ever so memorable giant enemy crab? That's like the only thing I know about this game, other than the fact that it runs at, like, I think almost 1080p, being one of the few 1080p games. But visually, I think that... Oh, wow. It's from Lukey Games. Wow. Visually, apparently one of the better early PS3 games. But this game just disappeared, got, shot under the radar like so many early PlayStation 3 games, right? Like Lair and Folklore, Genji, all those early PS3 games just forgot. Heavenly Blade, so many early PS3 games that are just lost, gone, and forgotten. And the Genji, the series in general, is one of those. So I'm excited to check it out, see what it's like. I've heard it's not a great game, but what's the harm in trying it out? Okay, moving along in release order format. We got another Call of Duty game, and this one I couldn't resist. The theme of this video is Call of Duty games on weird-ass platforms. We have the last Call of Duty game ever released on a Nintendo console, being Call of Duty Ghosts. Hilariously enough, I think this is the Call of Duty game I own the most copies of. That's kind of sad because I consider it one of the worst in the series. Yeah, this was in a video a couple weeks ago in, I think, PS4. But yeah, this is a thing. Is Extinction on here, bruh? I don't even know. Like, can you play Extinction on this shit? I'm gonna have to find out, I guess. We'll do some Extinction gameplay on the Wii U. No way they did any of the DLC for it, because the same with Black Ops 2 on Wii U, they just never did. All right, moving on, we have Xbox One, and of course, I don't really get a lot of Xbox games anymore, but that's because I don't really have a decent Xbox. But one of my favorite games and one of the most memorable on the system was Rise of the Tomb Raider. Now, of course, this game was a timed exclusive, but the fact that it even was in the first place, that Microsoft went out of their way to get this game, and it being not only one of the best games in the series, but in general, one of my favorite games of all time, pretty awesome. I just have really good memories of buying this game on my birthday a couple months after it came out and just having a really good time with it. I don't know. I'm a sucker for this game. I think it's genuinely one of the most underrated games ever made, and I wouldn't call it a gem because it's a big AAA game, but one of the best games from the last generation. And yeah, Xbox One, just to have it in physical version is pretty cool. Of course, probably my preferred version is going to be to play the PS4 version, but if and when I get a Series X, we'll try it out on this bad boy. But I'm not gonna lie, keeping this around is a reason I want to keep my original Xbox One, just so that we can play it on original hardware. But whatever. All right. Last but certainly not least, we have the newest release in the series, being Fire Emblem Engage. Now, I'll admit, it's been a rocky road ever since they announced this thing. I thought it didn't look very good. Oh, and we have the GameStop exclusive tarot cards, that being Roy. I'm going to set that down and talk about it for a little bit. So, for those of you that don't know, I consider Three Houses to be one of the best games on the Switch, and probably my favorite game on the Switch. I just think it took the series to a new level that it hadn't really been at before, and it was a success because, obviously, it was like the best-selling game in the series. Fire Emblem in the West, of course, has gotten pretty big ever since Awakening, and Super Smash Bros. Kind of skyrocketed them into popularity. And my big hope was with that the sequel or whatever, the successor to Three Houses would blow me away just like Three Houses did, and unfortunately, it's not. I don't know, man. Engage is far from bad. I'm gonna make that clear. Visually, at least, it's easily better than the first, or than Three Houses. It really can tell that Intelligent Systems knows what they're doing, at least in regards to technical performance. But I don't know, man. Like, there's just a lot going on with this game where I'm just like, eh. It doesn't push the series forward anywhere. It doesn't take the ideas that were present in Three Houses and try to improve upon them. But the combat is great, and I will admit the art style really grows on you. If you weren't sure about it, definitely give it a shot, because some of the characters I'm like, you're stupid. I hate how you look, but I don't know. The character designs, at least, I'm enjoying. But yeah, I decided to get Engage, and I'm having a good time with it. I actually, probably after this video, I'm going to keep playing it. But yeah, that's Fire Emblem Engage. It's been the story's just, it ain't all that. It's not the story. What story, but yeah, that has been it for this month. Not a lot of crazy ones. Really, the only big, I guess, heavy hitters would probably be Alice and the new Super Mario Brothers Wii, but John Wick Hex was a very nice surprise, and of course, other games I love, like Tomb Raider, and then, I guess, Call of Duty Ghosts on Wii U, because I'm a masochist. I'd like to thank you all for watching this video. Did you get anything cool this month? Let me know down in the comments below. And make sure to subscribe, like, comment, all that fun stuff. Follow me on Twitter if you want. I kind of sometimes talk about retro gaming on my Twitter, but I've been a pretty busy fellow, so I haven't really talked about retro gaming that much on Twitter. But yeah, just give me a shout. Let me know what you've been playing, what you picked up, etc. One of the big ones this month that came out that I did not get was Dead Space Remake. A lot of people picked that up and have been enjoying it. Let me know if you got that. But other than that, folks, I'm going to let you go and make sure you have yourselves a good one. And as always, stay strong, everybody.